Look at this beautiful trend line breakout. Isn't it just beautiful? In this video, we look at the New Zealand dollar versus the Canadian dollar trend line breakout trade setup per our strategy. We acknowledge the ICT order block and witness 100 plus pips being made in the Forex market. You too can make money from home trading the Forex market using this simple strategy. Here's a disclaimer. It's required by law. Please subscribe. And remember, we enter all trades with risk. Let's get to it. Hey traders, welcome once again. We are looking at the New Zealand CAD. That's the New Zealand dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Here it is, New Zealand CAD right there. Right there and right up there is where it says it. And this turned out to be a beautiful trade. Trend lines put in. We get the break, the pullback, and it's just, this is such a beautiful currency pair, by the way, to trade. You can see it just trends so beautifully. You know, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down. It just trends so beautifully. We're just noticing a few aspects of this trade prior to putting lipstick on. Notice how as it's coming up, higher high, higher low. He makes a high low first. Where it does high high, it ends up way up there. Higher high, higher low, highest high of course. This turns out to be a lower high, a lower high, lower low, lower low. Could be an indication that the trend is changing direction. For us, what we're looking at is this trend line, isn't it? Trend line break. We're going to put a lipstick on and we're going to trade that all the way down. That's what we do. But let's see about ICT order blocks, how that may have lined up with this particular trade. Then we'll jump back in here and we'll put the lipstick on. So this is something that I saw and I thought, this is interesting stuff. And we go to the, I think it's the weekly chart. Maybe it's a daily chart. All right, we go to a daily chart. And if you look here, I mean, this trade's so beautiful. Clearly there's a level, right? And the level was breached. It was breached. It was breached. Notice when this level here gets breached, it comes down. When it gets breached, it comes down. So hey, when it gets breached, right? What do we think is going to happen? And that brings us to this area over here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put. We can see the order block is right there, by the way. The order block is the up candle. I'm going to go from the fractal there to the fractal up there. Prior, so that's the last move up, prior to the down move. Right? That is the order block, according to the ICT theory. Okay. This order block was from 2018. Well, we are in 2021 now. Okay, and we're around about March 7th. Today's March 3rd. So we're going to expand that order block out from, I'm going to jump a little bit here. Can we just zoom in there a little bit? Let's just have a look at that order. Let's see the precision. So we've gone from the fractal down. So I don't know how it looks over there, but that is the order, the up candle price. The up candle, so on a weekly chart, I'm sure that would be one candle. Let's take a look. Yep, that's one candle. There's one candle. Can you see what happened? I know I've seen a video with ICT where he mentions this area here, this gap is loaded with liquidity. Stops have been placed there for whatever reason. Could be, you know. And when you get that gap between price and an order block is going to be explosive. And we can see already that we have an engulfing candle. This is on the weekly chart already occurring as a result of this trade. Okay. So we can very, very simply just take a look back in history to try and understand, ascertain where's this trade going, because here we got pin bars, we got an engulfing candle, right? And well, we can see what happened. Here we got a weekly engulfing candle, and then we can see what happened. So in this area here, we got an engulfing candle here, by the way. And that little sell-off there, that was what, 95 pips. We have already exceeded 100 plus pips in this particular trade. But what we can see is quite potentially a much bigger move on the horizon. This move took the year, right? From up there, down there. This one took a couple of months. This one took a year. I don't know if we're going to stay in this trade for a year, but on the bigger picture, we don't trade for a year. I mean, let's just put that out there. You know, trendline break, we're not going to sit in it for a year. But there are some people who do trade like that. And this is identifiably a potential setup where, I mean, you could just trade this back down to the 200, that's 300 pips, to the 50 MA, 200 pips, to the 20, right? So there's a lot of things that need to happen before this becomes the year, but this could be the beginnings of, you know, a trade that's going to go down there. There's the ICT order block on the weekly chart. We've put it forward to our time today. And check this out. Look at that. Price has gone into it to the pip. It's quite noteworthy that I'm mentioning this now, because in our Telegram trade group, I've literally just posted a couple of charts, potential trade setups, and one of them matches up on another chart, matches up to this particular trade setup here. If you want to join us on the Telegram group, I'm going to put an opportunity for you to do so below. Just sign up to the link with your email, and we'll send you the Telegram ID or whatever link, and you'll be able to join us in there. But nonetheless, so to the pip. Now, we go to the hourly chart. Here it is. It's gone into the ICT order block. It's reacted. And then what have we got? We've got a trend line break. Just such a beautiful trade from my perspective, because I had noticed that oftentimes with ICT, when his trades tend to occur from these order blocks, these reversal type trades, I noticed that oftentimes you get a trend line. And herein is an example of that. Fib can go on, and typically we're trading to the 200, you can leave a runner. But I wasn't completely convinced until this candle here, right? And that convinced me of this trade. And I was like, okay, that was like it was testing the downside. It tested over here, tested again then, and that told me it was on. Now, quite interesting with this trade, as we put the fibs on, right, you can see that there is a pullback. Let's put the lipstick on. Not going to be a long video at all. We're going to put the lipstick on. Okay. That's your entry one. Entry two. You want to put a couple of positions on and take profit off along the way. Break of 100, entry three. Oh, no, I'm talking about take profit. Entry three. take, or should I say target one. The target take profit is wherever you're headed to, isn't it? That's in between there and then target 2. Okay. For all intent and purpose, our trade kind of sort of finished around here, yeah. This line here would make for a reasonable target 3 because it's obviously a level. We don't trade levels, but when you see a level beautifully displayed as this one, it does become a consideration, right? So 50, there, pullback to target 2, that's 76. To target 1, that's 57. Entry 2 to target, that's 53, 32. If you'd have put a runner on, which would be an entry number 3, we don't talk about that here, but there you go. If you'd have put a runner on, because you felt this yellow line was your target, 107 pips. Guys, you could have sliced it, diced it, done whatever you wanted with it. However you look at it, this was a beautiful trade. It fulfills all the criteria of our strategy. All we've done is simply put lipstick on and walk on. Okay. Again, there's a trade like this setting up right now. The one thing that's a bit nerve-wracking about these trades, and I'm sure you'll agree, especially if you're a newbie, is you've got to wait for the trade to set up, and then there you are, your whole day. And then look, the second day, you're only going this much further, 17 pips. And the third day, you're only going, what, this much further, 18 pips. But to get that extra little bit out of the market, you gotta wait so long, you know. Some people would have been just happy that, 100 pips on it. You know what? I'm gonna stay for a day, maybe 2. Oh, look at that, 100 pips. I'm gonna take my profit now. No harm done. No harm done. The idea is to make money trading Forex. So if you see these setups happening, you're able to get in, you're able to make some money. Beautiful. Please like, subscribe, and share these videos. These beautiful trade setups are happening all the time. As I said, there's a link below. You can connect to our Telegram group, whereby we are currently looking at a trade with a similar setup occurring. All right. Thank you for watching, and look forward to talking to you again on the next video. Have a good day.